So thank you for joining this webinar. I hope you're going to get some interesting insights from both our teams, Lengow and Decathlon. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Kevin, so I've been working at Lengow for almost 5 years, and I'm a marketplace specialist. And I'm with Loredane and Diane today.
Hello everyone, so my name is Diane and I am a key account manager for Decathlon Marketplace, working there for more than 2 years. And so I'll be happy to talk about it during this webinar.
And hi, my name is Loredane. I am a business developer for Decathlon Marketplace Europe, working there for exactly 1 year now. And same as Jen, I will be happy to discuss the opportunity with all of you.
So the first things we would like to talk about is the online sport category in Europe. Today on the online segments, sport is actually pretty high. It's 26% of the shares in the EU. So the 27 countries of EU, which means mixed markets, like big ones, for example, France and Germany, but also smaller ones like Portugal or Poland. And sports goods are actually pretty high compared to, for example, toys. When you buy online your toys, you can think it's bigger, but sports is actually above that, and above also household goods. So it means the sport category and sport segment is getting higher and higher on the online purchase today. This next slide actually shows you how the online marketplaces position on throughout the sports segment, and we took, for example, the running shoes here, and you can see that people buy mostly on physical stores today, and I guess you're part of it. But the second segment that works really well for running shoes is marketplaces. So that's why today selling on the marketplace like Decathlon makes perfect sense, because it's a way people buy today. I mean, it's the second one right after the physical store. So it's just one example, but there are more than just the running shoes. So if you are selling running shoes, you'd better be selling on marketplaces today. This next one shows you the sports categories that exist. We took, for example, France here. The first category, is cycling, followed by camping and hiking, and then the top three with the fitness and bodybuilding. Cycling category accounts for almost 36% of market shares in the sport and leisure categories. And it might be a bit surprising, but I think girls will share with you on the Decathlon side, camping and hiking is nearly 15%. And you will see that there's a big trend there as well. We talked about shoes, cycling, but camping and hiking, outdoor activities are trending and are getting pretty big as well on the online sales. Its popularity, and let me be clear, it's not just sports category, but all categories mixed. Decathlon is actually number 3 in Spain and number 8 in France, and they are the number 1 specialized marketplace, and they are competing with like giants, for example, Amazon. This is very strong for Decathlon, and this is another reason why you should be selling your products there, sports products there, because they are very strong and very popular. You have the same example, but this time for Italy and Poland. Decathlon again, top 3 in Italy, and in the top 10, number 9 in Poland. And again, just not sports category, but all categories mixed. So that means they're very popular, very well known, and people buy a lot on this marketplace.
So I'm going to start with the global opportunity details, and then Jan will follow up on the actual follow-up on our active sellers. How do we run the expansion and development of our current sellers? So first, some numbers, quite impressive actually, about Decathlon globally. So almost 19 billion net sales worldwide. This is including retail, B2B, marketplace, etc. What I want to focus on here, 2 things, is the number of stores. This is traditionally our strengths. We have a great number of stores and a great numbers of teammates in store that are well known for advising the customer and for finding the right product for them. So we do have trust with our customer thanks to this large team. The second thing I want to focus on is the digital sales part. So those are the figures from 2024. 17.5% of our sales are from digital sales. This is more important in Europe, actually. This year it was above 20%, and countries where we have the marketplace activated are higher than that. And if we look at the marketplace share, we have grown a lot, of course, and last year we were doing in between 20 to 36% of the digital sales with the marketplace. So we do know that there is still room for progression, and there is still a lot of market share to tackle on with our marketplace partners. So our goal, of course, is to keep focusing on sport and become the favorite sports people marketplace and platform overall, because we do want to develop a lot of new services as well. But let's focus on the marketplace. First things I want you to know is the list of countries where our marketplace is activated. So we do currently have 14 countries. We are expanding, but this is still some interesting playground to tackle. We do have a mono instance integration, which means that you do need only to integrate once on our Miracle Shop in order to open all those countries. It is very important for us to push the globalization of the opportunity with our sellers, because we do know that the market is very spread, that all countries are growing on the sports market, and that there is a lot of opportunities to tackle. Our top 50 partners have opened at least 5 channels, meaning countries, from the start of our partnership. So we do want to help them conquest new markets and make sure that the opportunity is seamless as possible with them. Another thing that is interesting is our not so new but still growing APAC marketplace. So 6 countries in Asia Pacific have opened their marketplace, and we are creating a link with those countries. So if you're already selling in one of those countries or in the area in general, or have the challenge to open those markets, please reach out, and we will make sure we will help you to do so. Now, the marketplace figures. So those are 2024 again. Several things to highlight here. First is the great progression. So we started in 2021 with Belgium only, and then we opened new countries and saw a huge progression in our partners' GMV. So in between 2024 and the expectation for 2025 that we will reach out to, we still have a plus 58% progression. And we do have more challenges for next year, but you will see that right after. Another thing that I want to point out too is the average basket. 81 euros doesn't mean anything for you, but the thing is the average basket for the marketplace is higher than the average basket sold by Decathlon. So our customers are seeing us as a selector and advisor to discover new brands, and they are trusting our customer service, our expertise, and of course the overall Decathlon services. So this challenge that I was mentioning, 1 billion euros of GMV, really interesting, really challenging, but we will reach out to it. And of course, what is interesting for our partners is to use Decathlon's trust towards the customer and vice versa. Our notoriety, as Kevin mentioned, we are ranking really high in the marketplace business, but we are the first one very specialized in a universe. So we know that we have ground to work on. We will invest in our partners' catalog communication. We are integrating all the marketplace catalog in our Google Shopping campaigns, SEA campaigns, social media, etc. So it is a mean of communication for our partners. I mentioned it, but we will help you reach out to as many countries as you can. And throughout the whole process, you will be in contact with someone from the team in order to tackle on any issues and make sure you have opportunities. Last thing that I want to mention is the second-hand sales. We have developed processes to help second-hand seller sell easily their product on our platform, but I will not go into the detail. We can talk about it for each opportunities directly. Now our services, so there are two sides of it: included services, meaning no fees, and add-ons. So first thing is that we handle customer care. So if any customer has an issue or request regarding an order, this is Decathlon taking over the issue. This means that as a seller, you do not have to have local language speaking agents. We will do that for you. Second thing is the performance dashboards. So if we have a quick overview of it, we have a lot to share with our partners, and it helps our partners see exactly what is happening with their catalog, what they are doing well, what they can improve, what are the challenges, etc. You saw the number of stores that we have. The goal is to make sure that the digital catalog are well communicated on towards the store. So country by country, we are developing this opportunity to equip our stores with devices that helps our teammates sell the digital product when we do not have stock in stores, when we are not doing those products from Decathlon directly. So this is a retail opportunity for all our sellers. So we do have a warehouse in Germany that is actually very competitive regarding the cost of it, and that helps have a quick delivery, very fast delivery in 11 out of the 14 countries in Europe. The ones that are left out are Switzerland, UK, and Luxembourg for obvious taxation and fiscalities reason. But this again can be a deep dive for any opportunity. Then we have retail media. We are opening new services from digital campaigns, banners on the e-shop to sponsoring and merchandising in the stores. So this is brand new and will be developed country by country in the first semester of 2026. And product content enrichment. So we do know that creating the catalog can be tricky for some of our partners. So we are creating new services and affiliation with trusted partners to do so. This is a list of some brands that are working directly with us and are using all the services that I mentioned and are performing quite well on our platform. Then the fees, obviously, this is something interesting for all of you. So we do have a structure with two types of fees. Fixed fees, 70 euros a month for one partner, which means that you open one country, you open 14 countries, it will be 17 euros a month. This is a unique fee. Then we have a commission that is perceived on the order according to the product category. So this is a general table, but of course, if we have a meeting view, we will deep dive this. This is the journey onto being live on our platform.
So the goal is really to work together on providing the top products with a good classification and a good content to make sure that we provide the good product at the right place to the good customers so that we are sure to perform well. The second thing we are talking a lot about is about delivery return, of course, how to optimize delivery delays and fees, how to manage returns, and the possibility to have different delivery options. This is the second step. And the last pillar is about offer. We are trying with sellers to challenge as much as possible our market prices, to animate those prices regarding what Decathlon make as a commercial operation. And we also talk a lot about buy box follow-up to make sure that we have the good offers at the right moment. And so those three pillars are supported by our tools and communication. Indeed, you have the One Partner portal that is used to have all your data. And so all those pillars, you can find data on it in One Partner. And also we communicate a lot with sellers with our newsletters. And in those newsletters, you have plenty of information regarding the new features that we have, the activation, and all the opportunities that you can have with Decathlon Marketplace. And so I wanted to share more concretely with you one of the, I would say, best practice that we have at Decathlon regarding the commercial activation. So we are having during the year many commercial activation, like Black Friday, for example, that I think all of you knows. So how it works with Decathlon, the first step is that we send to you a newsletter regarding the, for example, the Black Friday, saying, okay, we're going to play Black Friday during those dates. Here is the things that we are planning on to do on our website. So if you want to participate, here is the newsletter. So you have all the information. Then we send to you like a targeted product list. We say, okay, we think that those products are the best that you should play during Black Friday, because we know our customers and we think that the products you are providing are the best. So can you make some offers on those products? Then sellers are able to give their proposition. So saying, okay, I'm going to play those products. And then we integrate those products into the commercial activation listing page in our website.
So I'm going to explain to you, for those who don't know Lengow maybe, how we work with Decathlon and how we can help you actually succeed on the marketplace. And the first part is obviously regarding the product information that you're going to send to Decathlon. They have obviously specific requirements. So what Lengow does is help you throughout the platform send the right information, optimize these information, and accelerate actually your time to market by providing qualities like information quality, product information that are not only important for Decathlon, but for your future buyers, because in the sports categories, you have some technical aspects on some products. So it's very important for you to make sure that all these informations are sent correctly to Decathlon and in the end to your future buyers. So this is the first thing that Lengow will help you with for your product data. We are going to give you some tips and again, best practices on Decathlon. First, for the product title, which can be different from other marketplaces if you sell on other marketplaces. The length has some limitations, 65 to 80 characters, should not include the brand name or size information. You have to exclude the type product, the model, technical asset. It's just a title. And obviously, Lengow can help you with this without you having to rework your data and your catalog. We have a rule management system inside the platform that allows you to meet those requirements and again, accelerate your time to market without having to, have internal resources or external resources working on your catalog, or having to change anything to your feed. Lengow can handle it. There are multi-country marketplaces. So on the Lengow platform, it's very easy to access all these markets because it's one structure with different fields to fill in, and you just need to fill the different languages, French for France, Spanish for Spain, and so on. So it's all the same content, just different languages, and you can access the dozen of countries that are connected on the platform and sell on different countries through Decathlon. Another best practice for you, it's the long description that is up to 5,000 characters, and you can use Lengow again, like Smart Trunk, if you have bigger descriptions, to make sure that it doesn't go up to 5,000 characters. So again, it's rule management system without having to rework on your descriptions on your side. There is a structure also to respect, to make sure that Decathlon receives the information correctly. There should not be any links. Again, no size, no color. Like it has to be very specific. No store information, no delivery time or prices in the description. And there's also a formatting that is important. And you need to exclude HTML for the structure, and we do have rules again for this. So what Lengow does alongside what Decathlon does is a lot of insight, a lot of help to make sure that technically you send the right information and that Decathlon receives the information properly on their marketplace, but also make sure that the information that you send on the description, for example, makes complete sense for your future buyers to help them make the right decision and buy your product. Loredane, I think, said earlier that the trust is something very important for the customers of Decathlon. So the more information, the better information you give to your future customers, the better it is, and it will alongside be with what Decathlon also is as a marketplace. The next best practice that I'm going to share, it's about the key attributes, so the offer state and the promotion prices that have big importance for Decathlon Marketplace. So we do have these attributes, obviously, on Lengow. It's pretty easy for you to, again, either sell brand new products or secondhand products that are very trending actually on the marketplace. And same goes for the promotion prices that you can define in advance throughout the platform. A lot of people plan their Black Friday this summer actually. They are planning Christmas or the sales, winter sales as well right now on the platform. So it's easy again to do calculation rules on the platform specifically for Decathlon so that you can respect the promotion periods and sell more on the marketplace. The idea is to automate the management for peak season agility. So again, prepare your promo prices. So we say here at least a week in advance, but the sooner the better. If your strategy is already in plan and ready to be set, you can do it on the market, on the platform, on Lengow platform. And you will benefit also from a customer success manager who can help you set up the rules and make sure that your season is properly done. Like Black Friday, we helped a lot of our clients to make sure that everything was prepared on time and successful. To have a more technical view, I would say, about how Lengow works with Decathlon. So we are kind of in the middle between your e-commerce systems and the marketplace. What we do is we have different ways of connecting to your systems. Could be a CMS, an ERP, a PIM, a fulfillment solution. All the information that we need can be centralized on the platform throughout a module, API, an FTP, a drive, URL. There's no limitation for us to retrieve the data that we need then to transform, optimize, segment, and send to Decathlon, obviously, to publish all your products all at once throughout the platform. Then we will retrieve the orders from Decathlon so that your back office receives it and you can handle the orders, and we will update the status of the orders throughout the platform on Decathlon so that you don't need to manually do it. And Decathlon also will tell us if there are errors on your product feed. So it's easy for us to identify the errors that would either impact your sales on the marketplace if a product information is missing, or if it's not properly communicated on the marketplace. We will receive an error report from Decathlon, and we will be able to work on it to make sure again that all the information you're pushing on Decathlon are correct. On the next slide, it's the same but with a solution that is called Net Rivals. So as Diane was saying, the pricing, the competition on the marketplace is very important, and it's becoming more and more important for resellers. So we do have a dynamic solution called Net Rivals that allows you to, on Decathlon, for example, monitor the different sellers and set up repricing rules to allow you to have the best price compared to your competitors. And we will update this price daily on the marketplace to make sure that you win the buy box or that you position differently as a seller from another seller. So there are a lot of rules that you can be set up. And we will also obviously help you respect a minimum price, a maximum price, to make sure that on every sale, you respect a certain type of profitability for you, and make sure again that you win the most sales. And it's important for Decathlon to have this competitive, I would say, pricing and animate the sales throughout the platform. The goal is 1 billion for 2026. So they need their sellers to be really competitive and fight for the sales to make sure that it's, again, a growing business. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.